This morning on Wendy Mesley on CBC, I got to pose a question to Minister McKenna regarding the Liberal government's climate policy and their carbon tax. Because as a grain farmer in Western Canada, I don't get to pass on the added expense of that tax like every other industry does. So for me, a carbon tax is really going to hurt my ability to operate as a business and to stay competitive on the global market, because we export most of what we're growing and producing on our farms. So the full question that I wanted to ask her is this. Canadian farmers are currently capturing 145% of their total emissions. In 2016, that resulted in 17 million tons of net carbon capture. That translates to 340 million in carbon sequestration if carbon is valued at $20 a ton. Now, those numbers are derived from the National Greenhouse Tables and the federal statistics from 2016 that say we produced 66 million tons of grain. So these numbers, they don't even take into account the additional 11 million tons sequestered in our agricultural lands. So why does the current Liberal government's climate change policy not take into effect the carbon sequestration in agriculture? Now, McKenna gave me a runaround answer saying that we should understand as farmers that climate change is going to hit us hard. And I'm not a climate change denier. But what she then went on to say is that I need to adapt practices like zero till or no till, or minimal till, sorry, and that I need to use less water, that I need to do a better job using less fertilizer, start adapting to technology that is out there. So here's my response. Minister McKenna, I am a zero-till farmer. My agricultural practices as a grain grower, they're net for emissions because of my zero-till practices. I soil test all of my land so that I know exactly how much fertilizer to use. I'm not throwing down anything more than I need. I'm a dry land farmer. I don't use any water other than what nature gives us. I'm also using smart technology to gather my data and to analyze my data so that I can make better decisions as a farmer.